Here's a secret. Hearing aids, not the problem. But if that's true, then why do so many people hate theirs? And why do they just leave them sitting in a drawer? My name is Dario Coletta. I'm a doctor of audiology, and I've helped hundreds of people to achieve better hearing by solving complex cases of hearing loss in the Toronto area. And today, we're going to really debunk this common myth with facts, not fear. If hearing aids are supposed to help, then why do so many people end up hating them? I'll explain the top reasons why people get frustrated, and more importantly, how to avoid becoming one of them. Poor fittings or one-size-fits-all devices just disappoint. Not all ears are the same, physically, in terms of shape and size, but also hearing loss patterns. In clinic, one of the most common things I hear when I'm fitting a previous hearing aid user with new hearing aids, or we're examining the fitting of somebody's hearing aids, is they often haven't had experience being connected to a real ear measurement device. Now, real ear measurements in programming hearing aids is crucial. It's very much an objective way to understand how the hearing aid is programmed to ensure that based off the size, the shape of your ear, but also your hearing loss, that your hearing aid is really set to prescriptive targets where we think you're going to get the most benefit out of your devices. Often, I see patients report that their hearing aids previously were taken out of the box, put on their ears, and they were sent out the door. Properly fitting hearing aids takes time. It takes care. Real ear measures are important in creating the foundation of your hearing aid settings, which then, in subsequent follow-ups, adjustments can be made based on your experience of wearing the hearing aids. But at its foundational core, we know where your hearing aids are set. But poor fittings often result in poor sound quality, an unnatural sound quality, or better yet, feedback. That high-pitched buzzing that everybody always complains about hearing aids with new technology should really be a thing of the past. Many people never get follow-up care, so these small issues become these huge frustrations. Hearing aids aren't set it and forget it. They're just not. Your brain and your ears, they take time to adjust to the new sound, but they also require adjustments. Adjustments are needed really to ensure that your hearing aids are benefiting you as much as expected. It's based on your experience of wearing your hearing aid within those first few weeks while you're adjusting to it that is really going to guide how your hearing healthcare provider or audiologist is going to adjust your hearing aids based off of your feedback. Without check-ins, small problems like hearing too much noise in a restaurant, hearing the table on the other side of the restaurant better than you can hear your own table, the feeling of your hearing aids being itchy or uncomfortable, having those Bluetooth connections that just make daily frustrations, difficulty with connecting to Bluetooth, so you can't stream phone calls, you can't stream your favorite music, or you can't stream that podcast you're dying to listen to. Small problems grow into daily frustrations. I've heard it many times. People often were fit with their hearing aids and never seen again. This is something I hear a lot, but too many people never go back after their first fitting for follow-up. So it's no wonder why their devices never reach full potential. I emphasize all the time to patients that one of the most important appointments they're going to have in their hearing journey is their first follow-up. That's really where they're going to have the chance to share their experience of wearing their hearing aids, hearing all of the sounds they almost forgot that they were supposed to be hearing, but also understanding that sometimes that first fitting appointment is not perfect. Now, I do think it's also important to maintain realistic expectations. Hearing aids don't restore to perfect or normal hearing. We have to keep in mind that the sound that's being amplified through a hearing aid is traveling down this auditory system that has damage. Hearing aids amplify and process sound in a way that supports better communication, but noisy situations can still be challenging. In the same way that eating out at your favorite restaurant with normal hearing can be challenging. People expecting normal hearing may feel let down when they're not prepared for what hearing aids can do and what hearing aids can't do. Here's the good news. Most people who work with an audiologist or a hearing healthcare professional with the right fitting, follow-up, counseling, realistic expectations, most people love their devices. Tailored fitting means comfort and clarity. Follow-up means fine-tuning for real-life listening. Clear expectations, satisfaction, and confidence. Now, when all three of these come together, hearing aids are life-changing and they're not frustrating. If you hate your hearing aids, it's not your fault. And it's not the technology's fault. It's usually the fitting and care. Now, the good news, that can be fixed. Stick with me and learn how.